inspiration and ideas for your home. Brought to you by Amish Oak and Americana Furnishings. City of Detroit Lakes Public Utilities. Harvest Homes. Janke Sew Vac. And Paul Davis.
Hi, and welcome back to For the Home on TV3. We are here at Janke Sew Vac again, and Jeff joins me again for another episode. And today, Jeff, we just kind of decided that we're just going to kind of talk about the history of Janke Sew Vac and a little history on you. Maybe should have did that our first episode, but we didn't. We just jumped right in. We were too excited to share everything else, I think.
I thought maybe it would be a good idea to just kind of give the background, that I have had over the years.
Absolutely. You've been doing this for a very long time. You've had your store in Detroit Lakes here for, has it been over 30 years?
It's been over 30 years.
Okay. So why don't you just tell us a little bit about your history and how you got started in this business?
Actually, my fiance at that time was living here in town, and I was down in Wayzata, Minnesota, even though I'm originally from Frazee. And, it was kind of at that we wanted to be together, and I decided I'd going to move back, and I didn't have a job. And one day I was looking through the classifieds, and there was an ad in the paper. It said hard work, good pay, and I didn't know what it was. And here it was the Kirby Company.
Oh, okay.
And I did very well with that. I actually worked for Kirby for almost 9.5 years.
Wow. So you were selling vacuums for them then back then?
Did the door-to-door.
I was going to ask if you went door-to-door back then.
I did the door-to-door. I went and pestered people.
Hey, that works.
Yeah.
So you did that for almost 10 years. And then what kind of was your next step?
We actually I got promoted as an area dealer. That was the next step from being a dealer to an area dealer. And I opened up my office in Fergus Falls. I actually had my own sales crew with Kirby. And basically that is where Janke's Vacuum started.
Oh, okay.
And so people started bringing us other vacuums. And Kirby at that time told us there was never any money in service, that I was hired to sell the Kirby products. Well, that's kind of where I started to go independent. People started bringing me Hoovers and Eurekas, Electroluxes, and things like that.
Sure. So then you opened up your own store then over in Fergus Falls.
Yes.
And how long did you have that one over there then?
I had that for 2 years.
Okay. And then what brought you this direction?
Well, our family is here, and we were here every weekend anyway, and it just made more sense that we would just move back to the area.
Okay. Now your store is located on North Washington. Have you been here the entire time?
No, actually just a half a block up where Lund Graphics is. That's where I was. It's in the lobby of the old Lakes Hotel.
Sure.
Right next to the Northside Bar.
Yep. So what are some of the changes that you've seen in this industry then since you've been in it for as long as you have?
Well, I noticed that a lot of the companies now don't want service. There's a lot of brands that are out there. They're basically tailoring to the big box stores. They really don't want to have you repair your vacuum.
Sure.
But what we have done here is we sell the Simplicity, we sell the Mila. The vacuums that we have in our store, we can give service.
Sure. And you've kind of over the years have found the brands that you've liked the best and that have worked the best for people.
Yes.
And those are the ones that you carry here in the store.
One of our first brands that we had was Panasonic. A couple years later, we started carrying the Sharp upright vacuum, and it got top rated in the Consumer Reports, and we had that for 16 years.
Okay.
It was a very good vacuum, but their focus was that the stockholders wanted to get a good return on money, so what they did is they actually decided to drop that and move on to different areas.
Sure.
So they basically discontinued the whole vacuum line.
Okay. And then another thing I want to mention too, Jeff, is you carry much more than just vacuums here. You also have the sewing machine side.
Yeah, we have both the Necky and the Elna. We've been doing the sewing machines for the past 16 years. And, we also do service on those. We carry a lot of the parts. Then the vacuums, we pretty much have full service. The only vacuum cleaner that we really have a hard time servicing, and that's the Shark.
Okay.
If we want the parts, we have to pay retail. You can't pay retail in try to make a living off selling retail and
Sure.
buying retail and selling retail, and that's why you can probably send it in and they can repair it or whatever, but we just don't have a good connection with them.
Sure, sure. And then kind of off subject a little bit, but I want to talk about just a few of your hobbies too, Jeff, because you are also an auctioneer.
Yes.
People might not know that,
I
but
do have an auctioneer's license.
yeah.
I do that. I've been helping a couple other auctioneers in the area when they need me.
Sure.
I actually, one of my big hobbies is modified truck and tractor pulling. That's another thing that I do. We'll be, one of our first ones we're going to be doing is Wadena in a couple weeks.
Okay.
So
And you're at a lot of like the area fairs and stuff, aren't you, doing those pulls?
Yes, we do a lot of that.
Awesome,
I
awesome.
also have the tractor pulling skid that they pull.
Oh, okay.
I purchased that about 3 years ago, so I kind of like to have a little bit away from the store, where I enjoy
Sure.
myself too, but
Yeah,
I like building something, making it work, and
yeah.
sometimes I win, sometimes I don't.
Can't win them all.
Part of life.
Exactly. Well, if anyone has any questions, if they haven't been to your store, you're located at 607 Washington North. Is that
Yes,
correct?
North Washington
Okay.
Avenue.
And then, of course, you've got vacuums, both new and used here. You've got the
Yes.
sewing machines, and then you've also got cleaning supplies, all the vacuum bags, things like that as well.
Yeah, we got a very good product called Unbelievable for those stains that you can't get out or if you have pets.
Yeah.
It's a very good product.
A gal was just in here getting a couple bottles. Yeah,
she got 2 of them. It's the only thing that she can find that works.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Jeff, thanks so much for sharing info with us today. We sure appreciate it. And
Thank you for having me, and we just want to say thank you to all our customers that we have. If you've never been to our store, come and check us out. We don't bite.
nope, absolutely. Not very hard anyways.
No.
Thanks so much for joining us on For the Home.
Thank you.
For the Home, inspiration and ideas for your home. Brought to you by Amish Oak and Americana Furnishings. City of Detroit Lakes Public Utilities. Harvest Homes. Janke Sew Vac. And Paul Davis.